Welcome you all in this our lecture series program. Today we are going to talk about universal grammar. This topic is from the contents and introduction to linguistics semester 2. Moreover, this topic is equally crucial for the students of MA English. These are some of the outlines we are going to discuss in our today's topic. Those are definitions from the recommended books, principles and parameters, a structure dependency, and historical background of universal grammar. So without a further go, let's talk about our today's topic. Here is the definition from Longman Dictionary of Language Teaching and Applied Linguistics. And according to it, the theory was proposed by Noam Chomsky in 1950s. A theory which claims to account for the grammatical competence of every adult, no matter what language he or she speaks. In this regard, when we talk about universal grammar, actually we are talking about the grammatical competence of the speakers. It claims that every speaker knows a set of principles which apply to all the languages and also a set of parameters that can vary from one language to another, but only within certain limits. What are those principles and parameters? Actually, those are the frameworks and rules of the languages. So let's talk about these parameters and principles. Chomsky labeled his framework a principles and parameters model. चॉम्स्की ने यूनिवर्सल ग्रामर को प्रिंसिपल्स और पैरामीटर्स का मॉडल करार दिया है. जैसे कि what are those principles? It is overall framework of all the natural languages. So when we talk about principles, we're talking that all the languages have the basic framework, the basic structure on which a language consists upon. Secondly, parameters. Parameters possesses a limited number of open values which characterize differences between languages. There are certain differences, and those differences are parameters according to Noam Chomsky. Here we are going to talk about individually what are principles and parameters. Number one, principles. It is overall framework of all the natural languages. So when we talk about principles, we're talking that it is actually the framework of all the languages. And what is framework? Framework is actually that rule or principle or the order in which we make sentences. The universal principle we are going to use as our first example is a structure dependency, which states that languages are organized in such a way that is crucially depends on structural relationships between elements in a sentence, such as words and morphemes. So here, when we talk about a structure dependency, we are talking that how words are arranged in a sentence or how morphemes are to be talked about in a language. For example, here is a structure of the sentence: the policeman raised his revolver. Now you see, this is actually a framework of a sentence, or we can call it a framework of language as well. Because when we analyze this sentence, the policeman, this is a noun phrase. And when we say raised his revolver is actually a verb phrase and noun phrase. So how this language or how the sentence is actually arranged in an order, that is all about the structure dependency, or we may call it a language framework. Here we have defined parameters. However, we also know that all the languages do not behave in the same way in terms of their structural properties. This is where parameters comes in. The language structure which varies in languages. So parameters are actually the differences in languages. For example, when we talk about the differences in English, there are certain rules. For example, noun phrase, prepositional phrase, and verb phrase. You see, in all these phrases, their head word as girl with it. These are the head words of noun phrase, prepositional phrase, and verb phrase. They come at the very first. But in Japanese language, the case is different. How? For example, picture wall on is hanging. If we are talking about in Japanese language, its structure would be this, and its translation in English is as picture is hanging on the wall. But in Japanese language, we are writing picture wall on his or on is hanging. Or for example, another example, Nihani, it means Japan in. But in English, we are writing in Japan. So here are the differences. The certain differences between the languages are actually called in universal grammar as parameters by Noam Chomsky. Here is another way defined by Atchison's linguistics by Jan Atchison. What are principles and parameters? A parameter is an essential property with inbuilt variation. For example, temperature is a parameter of the atmosphere. Temperature must always exist, but it set each day at different level. You see, one thing is very constant, that is atmosphere in our environment. But the difference there is of temperature. In each day, there is different temperature, and in each atmosphere or in each environment, there is difference of temperature. But the atmosphere remain the same. Every environment has certain atmosphere and then the different temperatures. अगर हम प्रिंसिपल्स और पैरामीटर्स के इस एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे हम बात करते हैं, जैसे कि हर एक माहौल का या हम कहें कि हर सोसाइटी का एनवायरनमेंट का एक एटमॉस्फेयर होता है, उसको ये लैंग्वेज के थ्रू प्रिंसिपल्स का नाम दे रहे चॉम्स्की। और पैरामीटर्स जो है हम कह सकते हैं कि टेम्परेचर, जैसे टेम्परेचर मुख्तलिफ हो सकता है हर एटमॉस्फेयर में, दैट इज एक्चुअली द डिफरेंसेस ऑफ लैंग्वेजेस विच the writers they call parameters in universal grammar. These lines are taken from dictionary. It's Longman Dictionary of Language Teaching and Applied Linguistics. And according to this, as we already have talked about, that universal grammar, or we can call it language acquisition device, or LAD. Another term for language faculty, the term is seldom used nowadays, having been replaced by the concept of universal grammar. What we are going to talk about today as universal grammar, previously it was language acquisition device, and the same terminology given by Noam Chomsky. And according to LAD, our language acquisition device, that man has, our human being has language faculty. इस थियरी के मुताबिक कि ह्यूमन बीइंग के अंदर लैंग्वेज बोलने के ख़ास जो है कोई सेंसेस होते हैं, या ये उसको कह रहा है कि लैंग्वेज फैकल्टी होती है। Linguist Noam Chomsky explained, universal grammar is taken to be the set of properties, conditions, or whatever that constitute the initial state of the language learner, hence the basis on which knowledge of a language develops. This text is taken from Rules and Representations, Columbia University Press, 1980. And according to it, that Noam Chomsky actually explained that universal grammar is actually a set of properties, a set of conditions that constitute the initial state of language for a language learner. कि universal grammar एक condition है, कोई ख़ास condition है या ख़ास एक ऐसी शुरुआत है जिसमें एक लैंग्वेज लर्नर जो है वो लैंग्वेज सीखना शुरू करता है. The concept is connected to the ability of children to be able to learn their native language. Generative grammarians believe that the human species evolved a genetically universal grammar common to all peoples, and that the variability in modern languages is basically on the surface only. Wrote Michael Tomsilo, Constructing a Language, Usage-Based Theory of Language Acquisition, Harvard University Press, 2003. Universal grammar is not to be confused with universal language, noted Elena Lombardi, or with the deep structure of language, or even with grammar itself. Syntax of Desire 2007. So according to this book, The Syntax of Desire 2007, and this was noted by Elena Lombardi, that universal grammar is not something universal language, or it is not the deep structure of language, or it is not something as grammar. This is totally a different terminology. As Chomsky has observed, universal grammar is not a grammar, but rather a theory of grammars. This is from Language and Responsibility, 1979. And according to Noam Chomsky, that universal grammar actually is not a grammar. When we are talking about universal grammar, we are not talking about grammar, or even this is not, we are talking about something, the rules or principles of a language, but it is actually a theory of grammars. Here we are going to talk about history and background of universal grammar. The concept of a universal grammar, UG, has been traced to the observation of Roger Bacon, a 13th century Franciscan friar and philosopher, that all languages are built upon a common grammar. So this is actually the history in which Roger Bacon 13वीं सदी में जो है ये बात करते हैं कि सारी लैंग्वेजेस जो है वो एक कॉमन ग्रामर से निकली हैं. तो ये एक शुरुआत थी यूनिवर्सल ग्रामर की. दिस इज एग्जैक्टली नॉट व्हाट वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट यूनिवर्सल ग्रामर, बट it was actually the beginning of the concept. The expression was popularized in 1950s and 1960s by Chomsky and the other linguists. Components that are considered to be universal include the notion that words can be classified into different groups, such as being nouns or verbs, and that sentences follow a particular structure. Sentence structures may be different between languages, but each language has some kind of framework so that the speaker can understand each other. Grammar rules, borrowed words, or idioms of a particular language by definition are not universal grammar. तो बेसिकली ये थियरी जो है वो नॉम चॉम्स्की ने 1950s और 60s में दी हुई है, और इस थियरी के मुताबिक कि सारी लैंग्वेजेस का एक फ्रेमवर्क होता है, एक बुनियादी ढांचा होता है. और हम जब यूनिवर्सल ग्रामर की बात करते हैं तो हम ये बात नहीं करते कि ग्रामर के रूल्स की बात करें या बारोड वर्ड्स की बात करें या इडियम्स की बात करें. नथिंग एल्स. इवन वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट द लैंग्वेज स्ट्रक्चर. हियर we discuss and refer the basic ability of learning a language, or the basic structure or framework of a language. This text is taken from Atchison's Linguistics by Jan Atchison. Chomsky became particularly concerned with the learnerability problem. How did children manage to learn language so efficiently? तो यूनिवर्सल ग्रामर बेसिकली जो बुनियाद इसकी पड़ी वो यही थी कि चॉम्स्की देखना चाहता था कि कौन सी प्रॉब्लम्स जो है एक बच्चा या जो है वो सीखने वाला फेस करता है. They must, he assumed, be born equipped with universal grammar. Or according to Noam Chomsky, that man or human being is actually born with this universal grammar, a basic outline knowledge of key language properties. But if UG was inbuilt in the brain, why were languages were so different? UG, he argued, was only partially wired up. So, जब हम यूनिवर्सल ग्रामर की बात करते हैं, जो कि नॉम चॉम्स्की ने कहा है कि ये इनबिल्ट है, पहले से मौजूद है ह्यूमन बीइंग में, तो डिफरेंट लैंग्वेजेस क्यों हैं, ये क्वेश्चन आता है. तो अकॉर्डिंग टू नॉम चॉम्स्की कि बहुत सारी चीज़ें जो है वो अधूरी जो है वो हर लैंग्वेज और हर लैंग्वेज सीखने के माइंड में मुख्तलिफ वायर्ड हैं, या मुख्तलिफ जो है वो इनबिल्ट हैं या लगी हुई हैं. Children were born with an inbuilt knowledge of basic linguistic principles, but these needed supplementing. The inherited framework must be backed up with parameters that have to be fixed by experience. So this is very important. When we talk about that it is an inbuilt, but actually this is inbuilt inherently. However, man needs a practice and imitation of language, because there are the differences of languages which need to be learned. Thanks for attention. Thank you very much. Hopefully this would have been very helping for all of you.